Hi there. This is a Metanoia Minute. I'm Max. It's a special Metanoia Minute. It's number 40. So I thought I'd do something a little bit different and go longer than a minute. And yesterday, I read a chapter in a book called Ask by Walter Lanyon, which just hit me at the right time, just what I needed to hear when I needed to hear it. So I'm going to read that as Metanoia Minute number 40. Hope you enjoy it. The chapter is called Be Still by Walter Lanyon from his book Ask. Be still. Be still and know that I am God. Suddenly, for the first time, I began to see or hear what be still meant. It is a letting go of every desire, every wish or idea, a blankness. When this is established, the power of God has the unobstructed way of expression and comes through into manifestation. Manifestation is the last stage. It is action in non-action. Where there is no think action in this inactivity of the personal, the divine comes into manifestation. Not to fulfill the wishes and desires and ideas I had treasured for a lifetime, but to bring out the things that, quote, eye hath not seen, I-E-Y-E. It is a discovery that reality, which has been trying to come through for so long, is about to express itself with ease and naturalness. It is not a mental stillness, not trying to be still. It is a sudden letting go of everything, a complete surrender into a place of divine indifference. Sudden recognition that this is what, quote, man's extremity is God's opportunity must be. But it is God's opportunity only when there is a stillness. As the non-action of thought finally becomes apparent then, let come what may, floods into your universe with light such as you have not yet known, and the veils of human belief are rent. The glory, that indefinable substance, fills the house, the consciousness, and reveals that which is and always has been. When you are still, all the mad human thought, desire, craving dies. The breath is quiet, flowing in and out of the temple automatically. You are imbreathed. Something happens that you have not yet known. Something starts pulsating. Life is manifested. Quote, you have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. At first it may seem a mere platitude, a poetic thought. Eventually it must reveal a basic law, more accurate and unchangeable than mathematics. Awakening begins. Deep, deep in the heart, something stirs. It is recognition. It is remembrance. Quote, and he remembered while he was yet prodigal. And he remembered. He had gone through thousands of attempts to change and make something happen by man-made ideas and learning. He had sought the world over for a teacher, a guru, and had finally landed in the pigsty with the husks of personal teaching around him and the veils of human thought and belief still grunting ideas of how to get things and change the face of the universe. He had discovered it was only a sort of rooting in the mud of ancestor teaching, so filled with futility and frustration in the torrid currents of evil. That which awakened him sounded remote and far away at first, impossible of attainment. Yet there it was, echoing in the inner recesses of his being. You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. He could hear it with great longing and desire. That would do nothing. Finally, he must hear it, discover it. Not as something that had to be put on, or practiced, or made true, but as something which had to be recognized as true. The choosing of me brought inaction of the human mind and provided a wide open channel for the action of God. Action in inaction took place. Quote, I can of my own self do nothing, but with God all things are possible. This cleared the way for a glorious revelation, a discovery that Jesus, unimpeded by the hypnosis of human belief, passed through closed doors into expression, even as the wind passes through the screen. Suddenly he discovers, quote, that his Father had enough and to spare. Somehow, at the moment of no thought, he was still and could hear for the first time the Lord in the midst of thee. And it had something to say and do which had nothing in common with the gauche words of man's wisdom. It began to extend all the senses into a place where revelation took place, and the look again brought out that which had been impossible before. The miracle ceased to be the miracle and became the natural, normal order and action of God in the kingdom of heaven. And he began to understand how it was that he had twice as much as he had before, and how it was possible to look again and see the hypnotic ignorance of man and ancestor teaching telescoped into nothingness. 1,000 years are as a day. Quote, he who chooses me is chosen by me. You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. The legitimate question would be, what for? For the purpose of earning my living by the sweat of my brow? The answer could only come when the still state had taken place, and there was no question or answer, opinions or personal ideas in the mind of man, only a stillness, a blankness of human thought. Then could the name be whispered to him. Then could he hear, and for the first time hear, be still and know, and he could hear also the authority for this new dimension. Call no man your father. If he heard the secret word and stopped trying to make it so and let it come into being, he would drop the great weight of ancestor teaching. The avid desire to do something is suddenly spent. He who is chosen by God finds suddenly that he is only discovering that which is. He is motivated by the one and accomplishes whatsoever he sets his hand unto in way not possible to the labored human thought. Even Praxiteles changing a piece of marble into the appearance of chiffon covering a goddess. 1,000 systems or techniques will not produce it. The action of God through the inaction of man causes man to release a thing of beauty, to reveal that which is. Be still, very still, yes, even stiller than still. That's the chapter Be Still from the book Ask by Walter Lanyon. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think of it. Thanks for watching. And thank you for continuing to watch and support my channel.